Hey, evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through this evening to DuePoint. A hearty crowd on this Tuesday evening. Another long weekend. I don't know how we're going to survive 5-day weeks because we've just had a month of 3- and 4-day weeks. I don't know what we're going to do. Next month is going to be like this shock for us as we get back into a 5-day week. But anyway, thank you for coming through to this evening. We're going to spend 40 minutes just talking about what we do here at DuePoint, and I hope that you're encouraged and motivated at the end of it, because that's what we're trying to do here at DuePoint. So, folks, DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We are a licensed and listed insurance company. So this is not a startup company. It's not some kind of small thing. We were first registered in 1952, nearly 70 years old. This is a well-established company you're dealing with here this evening. And, of course, we're an authorized and registered financial services provider. All of our licenses are on the wall, right next to the front door. Have a look at them on the way out. Know that you're not just dealing with something here. This is something that is for real here this evening. Also want you to be comfortable with the team here at DuePoint. We tell you this, we show you this mainly so that you know that we're all right here. When it comes to direct selling in South Africa, often you don't know where the people are. You have to Skype them in from prisons in Russia, and they're from the US, and then they're from Australia, and then folks, we're all right here, homegrown South African. And that's the most important thing. We've got all the credentials as well, so you can feel confident that we do know what we're doing. But the most important thing is for you to know that we're here. We've got more chartered accountants in this building than there are like bricks in the paving. Like chartered accountants is like the thing that we do here. So as we go through the course of this evening, if you're worried about the maths, believe you me, we worried about the maths a long time before you, and that's all we do is the maths. So don't worry about the maths. There's 3 chartered accountants in the building. You can see we all look like we know what we're doing. These 2 just look confused, okay? This is me over here. I'm the senior executive here, Brendan Benfield, been in the financial services space for years and years and years. I'm a chartered accountant, a visiting fellow of MIT. I have founded my own insurance company just down the road. You might know it, Prime Meridian Direct. So I kind of know what we're doing in this space, but now we're doing something a little bit special and extra with DuePoint, which I'm going to show you this evening. Then we've got Tim over here. He's our banking expert. He comes from that sector of the market, went to university actually with me, and spent the last 15 years at the First Rand Group. FNB, RMB, so he knows that side of the business. And we got Stacey. She's from Deloitte. That was also my hunting ground, but she's about half my age, although I pretend she isn't, but she is. I think I'm also 21 still. Anyway, she's, hey, can't you see? So stop laughing, all of you. So anyway, Stacey is our auditor, comes from Deloitte, and spent many years both there, both locally and internationally working there. So lots of experience there as well. We got Jane's from the UK originally, spent the last decade here with us, specialist in direct selling, and of course a great energy and personality about her. You'll meet her in time. Then Rob's our design guy. Everything you see, feel, and touch here, everything was designed by Rob. He spent nearly 2 decades in the digital design space working in the financial services market. Brands like Investec are part of his team's work, and Visa and MasterCard. And also, he's got wonderful stories, and so he has designed everything that we have here. So beyond the fact that we want you to be comfortable, that we know what we're talking about and know what we're doing here, so that you don't worry about any form of risk this evening, we want you to be comfortable with the fact that we're all here. Whenever anything happens or if ever you want to find us, you're going to find us right here. So what is it that we do at DuePoint? Well, we've got 2 objectives. Our first objective, of course, is to bring reliable, recurring income into the hands of South Africans. Right now, we're a mess. We're an absolute mess. I don't think there's any debate about it anymore. I don't think there's anybody that's trying to argue otherwise, but we're in a real state at the moment. And of course, the politicians and economists are not helping us in their actions most of the time. Folks, we know right now we have no certainty in our income. You might have a job. I hope you all do have a job this evening. If you do have a job, that's great. The only problem is you've got no control over that job. You know it. You could be retrenched tomorrow. What do we see happening? Retrenchments happening constantly. You could be next on the list. And it doesn't matter if you're an executive or middle management or in the mailroom, the same will apply to you. It really doesn't matter how much you earn or how secure you think you are. You're not. Tomorrow, you could lose your job. We have a shrinking economy in South Africa. That is a frightening reality. I was reading an article this afternoon where despite the fact that we have a shrinking economy, they're going, oh, this downgrade. You know the downgrade they were talking about in the newspaper that wouldn't affect, and it was like a Western thing and it's not going to affect us? Now they're saying because of the downgrade, we're not going to be able to borrow the money we need to borrow from overseas to build infrastructure and change the socio-economic position of South Africa. So we're just going to have to tax everybody more. That's what they've said. That's their solution. They don't talk about cutting expenditure, The Rolls Royces and Bentleys are still being sold. They're just going to tax us some more. We have no control. in South Africa, as employees, as the minions running around, we've got no control over our income. And we want to, at DuePoint, bring that control back to you. We want to put it in your hands and say, you get to decide how much you earn, when you're going to earn it, and what your increases and bonuses and promotions are going to be. Those are things you can't control in your current employment, but we want to put that back in your hands. Now, if we can create recurring income in your hands, if we can create that where you're in control, our hope is that we can tackle this symptom of our economic situation right now. And that is the fact that we are all completely over indebted. I mean, this story's been sung for years now. But you know it's real. You know that what we've done as South Africans is we've taken the little we earn, and because it's not enough to survive on most of the time, we've leveraged it to the absolute hilt. We're wearing clothes that we've borrowed money for. We're driving cars that we've borrowed money for. We live in houses we've borrowed money for. And then we stop paying. We stop paying because we physically cannot pay it. We leverage ourselves so much that we get to the point where we can't pay it anymore. Then we're living in houses that are stolen, cars that are stolen, and dressing in clothes that are stolen. That's what we do. I mean, and it's you. I'm not like picking on just you. Everybody's doing this, you know. This is, and we want to fix that. If we can put you in the driver's seat of your own income, you can get to a point where you don't need that anymore, where you've got the consistency of being able to pay your debt and the fact that you're in a financial position where perhaps in time you don't need the debt. That's what we can do if we can create reliable recurring income. The second thing, of course, that we want to do is we want to prepare you for your retirement. Now, that's something we don't talk about a lot in South Africa. We've been in a poverty cycle for centuries now. Probably the best part of 200 years in South Africa, families have gone through the process of parents relying on children, those children becoming parents and relying on their children, and around and around we go. We never give each other the freedom or the support to build beyond one generation after the next. And if we've got recurring, reliable income that's there when you're young, when you're old, when you're sick, when you're healthy, when you can work, and when you can't work, it's always there. It means that when you get to your retirement one day, instead of having to be a burden on your family and possibly try and draw on the state, which we know is never going to happen, but instead of being that burden, you can be in a position now where, despite the fact you're not working, you've got income, where you can support your children, lift them up that ladder so that they can live a different kind of life that we have. That's the hope that we have in creating recurring income in your hands. That's our hope as we do that. And of course, we're also bringing DuePoint into the 21st century. We as consumers have changed. We've changed. We don't want to buy things the old-fashioned way. We used to respond to traditional marketing, newspaper adverts, billboards, TV adverts. We're not responding to that anymore. We don't even see them. We don't even see them. There's this huge billboard on Main Road, William Nicol intersection there, just near Grosvenor Crossing. It's been there, I think, for weeks. I saw it for the first time on Saturday. I drive that road every single day of my life, twice every day. We don't even see those forms of marketing. We want to be directly attached and in control of the sales process that we're in and in the suppliers that give us it. We are online as consumers now. We want to be and so if we put those things together, we come to what we call the DuePoint system. Now, the DuePoint system, super simple. What it does is it allows you as individuals to contract to us as wealth engineers. As wealth engineers, you have one task. That one task is simply to connect us to everybody that you know. That's all it is. You've got to connect us to everybody you know now and everybody you're going to meet and cross paths with in the future. Okay? If you can do that, you create for us what we call market penetration. You reach out to people we could not normally get to. And you create platforms of distribution into which we can come and facilitate the purchase of our products. Now, when we do that, we create revenue, obviously, as people purchase our products. And when we create revenue, we create for you an extra income. Now, the beautiful thing about this extra income is, as I've said, it's recurring. You don't peddle goods here at DuePoint. You don't buy boxes of milkshakes and cleaning agents and energy drinks and all these other things. You don't sell those sorts of things. You're not starting up with some kind of shop at DuePoint. No, we deal with financial services and lifestyle products that last a lifetime and run on a debit order system, which means that every month that they paid, we create our revenue and you earn your income every single month that those products are paid. This is how we create lifetime income for the individuals who join us here at DuePoint. Folks, it includes in it your ability to go beyond your own skills and time. All of us have been given a package of skills, talents, and circumstances. We've all got that. And I think some people forget that sometimes. They're always blaming the past. My father was big on this. He used to say to me, stop blaming your circumstances for where you want to go. Because you can blame them your whole life and you'll never get to where you want to go. You can just spend your whole life Have we got a golden certificate winner for this evening? No? There it is. Guys, I did ask you to put your phones on silent, please, for me. It's all right. We've got a long-running record here at DuePoint, unbroken. 2 years of presentations, and we present like 6-7 times a week. Phone is rung in every single presentation. Unbroken record right now. We're good to go. I have a golden framed certificate for the first person who's the first presentation where we get through it. No, it's fine. Folks, my dad used to say to me, stop complaining about your circumstances. You can't blame them forever. And it's the truth for anybody. We've all got circumstances of varying degrees that limit us. But what if we were able to get into a team of people that had all sorts of different skills, talents, and circumstances? Some would be good at this, some would be good at that, some would be good at other things. Some would be weak at something, some would be weak at something else. Well, what we've done in the DuePoint system is we've allowed you to create these teams. By leveraging the time and skills and talents of others in these teams, you're able to create revenue for yourself when you sleep, and when you're awake at a faster and greater rate than you could ever have done as an individual. We call this the power of duplication, the power of leverage. It's not a new concept, but we've evolved it into the 21st century version of DuePoint, and I'm going to show you how it works in a moment. This is a completely flexi-time opportunity, folks. You are not employees of ours. You're not employees of ours in any way, shape, or form. So if you run out of here this evening, please do not put on your Facebook site that DuePoint is hiring. DuePoint is not hiring. We have all the staff we need. Thank you very much. You are wealth engineers of ours, and you will not work for us part-time or full-time. You will work only when you want, and you will be using this tool we put in your hands. And this tool, you will decide how much you use. So you choose when or how you want to use it. You remain completely independent of us here at DuePoint. There is no risk, folks, in becoming a wealth engineer. This is a big thing in South Africa. It really is a big thing. We all know it. You get all these things on the edge of this, and it's got 3 letters here and 3 letters there and 3. And, to get involved, you just have to put a 10,000 Rand deposit down or buy this $5,000 starter kit, and we lose money the whole time. That is what is happening in South Africa. Everybody's losing money. And there might be like one guy, I earn 100,000 Rand a month after 3 months. No, he's the only guy because he took all your starter kit money. He took all your starter kit money, okay, and took it for himself. Folks, at DuePoint, you have to be a product owner. As a product owner of Constantia, for no extra fee, no startup cost, no monthly business fee, no application form fees, nothing. For no fee, you get to be a wealth engineer as part of the package deal. A wealth engineer that costs you nothing to be part of the DuePoint system. That's what we do. So tonight is not a risk decision. No money will be parting from your hands this evening. No credit card machines waiting for you or bags going up and down the aisles. None of that. Tonight, if you become a wealth engineer and tomorrow you decide you don't want to do it, no problem. No problem. Don't do anything with it. Carry on with life. You've lost no money. That was a very important objective of ours when we designed the DuePoint system, because we've lost too much money as South Africans in all these sorts of funny things. This is the real deal, though. You do not require any qualification or experience. You don't, because you are not a representative of ours. You're not a broker. You're not a financial advisor. That's the big thing on Facebook. I am a DuePoint financial advisor. You are not. You are fired. You are not a financial advisor of ours. That is not. You form no part of the sales transaction at DuePoint. No part at all. You have one task: to connect us to people. That's it. And therefore, everybody can do it. Everybody can be a wealth engineer at DuePoint. Folks, you are building a real asset. This is something you've never done before. I'm not saying this as a marketing thing. It's a fact. As you build your channel of income, you now have something that can be priced. And if it can be priced, you can sell it. You can literally sell your channel to somebody else. You can transfer it, and it'll outlive you. When you pass away, it'll go to your children, and your children will benefit from the income that you created in your life. Isn't that a whole different kettle of fish to what we are living with right now? We leave debt behind us. Debt behind us. No, folks. And I love it. I always love it. People take out funeral products, which are completely legitimate funeral products. I love them. It's great. They do that just to make sure they get the solid gold coffin. But they're poor kids. Then they have to pay for everything else, in life by themselves. Well, now you create a channel of income. That income can pass to your children when they pass away. And you can get the golden coffin too, if you want, with it. Folks, there is absolutely no selling with the DuePoint system. And this is a big and important mindset shift for South Africans, particularly those of you who've been involved in direct selling before. Your thought the whole time is, I need something to sell to someone. No. In the DuePoint system, you form no part of the sales transaction. We at DuePoint, and through these presentations and our website, do all of that work for you. You have one task, and that is to bring people to DuePoint. People say to me, what do I say to these people? Well, you tell them what I've been telling you now, that we have created the opportunity for South Africans to create recurring lifetime income. That is the reason why people come to DuePoint. That is it. And we'll go through DuePoint's products a little bit later, but I don't want to have the conversation with you afterwards, and I have it every time, every presentation. So I know this is a futile statement. I don't want to have the conversation with you afterwards where you say to me, but Brendan, my product that I've got already is better than this. Because then you've missed the whole point of DuePoint. DuePoint is about the opportunity to create lifetime income. Your funeral cover is not doing that for you. And you're welcome to keep it. You can have any insurance product you like in this country. But at DuePoint, you're here, and the people that will come with you here will come here for an opportunity to start changing their economics, start changing their financial position in South Africa. All right, folks, how do you build channels? How do we do it? Well, you've got the task of going out and telling everybody about the DuePoint opportunity, creating recurring income in their lives. You'll bring them here. We'll put them through a presentation. We run presentations Monday to Saturday, every single week, night times, lunch times, mornings, you name it, we've got them there, as well as a whole bunch of other options, which I'm going to give you in a moment. And as they come through it, some of them are going to catch the vision. Not all of them. Some of them will understand what we're trying to do and want to become wealth engineers. When they do, you will add them as wealth engineers to DuePoint, and we will allocate them to you, and your channel will be born. These folk will do exactly the same thing again, rinsing and repeating, okay? And as they go out, they too will find individuals who want to be wealth engineers, and we will add them to DuePoint and allocate them to you. Soon, and we have already got this happening all over the country, you will have droves of individuals throughout the country talking about the DuePoint system. Droves of them. And your channel will be growing even as you sleep. Do you know that when we wake up in the morning, somewhere between midnight and 6 in the morning, every day these days, about 20 people become wealth engineers. Who's up at that time? I don't know. But isn't it wonderful that while you're sleeping, your channel can be growing with the DuePoint system? That's what we've created, and we do it. And of course, we then come along as DuePoint, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout your channel that you have created, and your income is born. Now, again, I say to you, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not one of those things where it's like, 3 months I earned 100,000 rand. Yeah, no. You took everybody else's money, and that's how you got to the 100,000 rand. No, this is a genuine income earning opportunity. The real deal. We are an insurance company listed on the JSE. We have like 8 regulators that look after us. 8. So, we're not one of these things, and we're not one of the British name things, and all. We're not one of those. We really are not. We are a fully regulated and reviewed income earning opportunity that we have created to start being part of the solution in South Africa. Now, that does mean, however, that like everything that's genuine and real in life, you are going to have to work. Really going to have to work. And your work and your sacrifice and the risk you will take is in the time you will spend on building your channels. Not money. Not money. We fixed that problem. No starter kits, no fancy mouthwashes. This is time that you will spend in building your channels. Now, very few people are willing to work. Very few people. People are really willing to complain about their circumstances. We're all good at that. We're professionals at complaining. All of us. It doesn't matter how rich or poor you are. We complain about our circumstances. Okay. But when it comes to the actual work, very few people are willing to do it. And I often say to wealth engineers, we at DuePoint have spent probably about 4 or 5 decades cumulatively as a team working on creating a system that doesn't have a single roadblock, a single bottleneck, a single speed hump in it. And I challenge anybody who's here to find one of those, and I'll fix it. But there's one we simply cannot remove. There's one problem in our system that we just cannot remove, and that's you. You are going to decide how successful you are as a wealth engineer. Only you. Because you'll find that none of the system stops you in being a success. Only you will decide. And that's why I say few people are willing to put the work in. But where you put the work in, there's 2 ways that you can change your life with us here at DuePoint, but only if you put it in. The first is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you 27 Rand 50 every month that someone makes their product payment, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. So, for instance, those few folk that you spoke to immediately, you introduce them. They're on what we call your first point. You introduce them directly. They make their product payments. Each month that they make their product payment, you're going to get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%. That's 55 Rand. 55 Rand. Not 1 Rand 50, not 12 Rand 26, not 5 Rand. I've seen them all. 55 Rand. Because it's material and significant in the 21st century. And DuePoint is probably one of the few genuine income earning opportunities in the 21st century right now. And so you know we are aiming to change your lives financially. 55 Rand every month. They go out, they talk to a few people. There too, when they make their product payments, and folks, it's a monthly product payment, not a once-off. We seem to get a lot of confusion. I just pay once and then you just pay me money for my life. No, we have to create the pile of money before we can distribute it, okay? Folks, it's monthly premiums, it's monthly payments, product payments, because it's there for life. It's product payment, product earning, income earning for life. As these people make their monthly payments, you get again 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand every month. Now there's only a handful of dots on the screen there, but I worked it out. There's about just under 1,000 Rands worth of earnings. You've only just started with us. You've done hardly anything, and you're already earning 1,000 Rand, just under 1,000 Rand a month. Just like that. Now, of course, you're not happy with that. You're going to persist. You're going to put your shoulder to the wheel, head down and push. Hey? Yeah. Some of you are like, no. I'd much rather complain about my circumstances. Thanks. Folks, as you do that and your channel starts to grow out and people make their product payments, you will get that 27 Rand 50 multiplied by a diminishing factor to the 8th point. However, there is no limit to how big you can grow your channel with the DuePoint system. From the 8th point onwards, you will always get where you qualify to earn 4% at 27 Rand 50. You are not limited in your potential with us. You can grow your channel during your life, and your children can carry on growing it in their lifetime if they want. And where you qualify to earn, you will always get from the 8th point on 4% of 27 Rand 50. So, what does that translate into a monthly income? Well, that's very difficult to calculate because it all depends on how fast you grow, and you're all going to be growing at different rates. So we wanted to work out a very conservative and reasonable estimate, one we thought you could at least use as a goal. And we came up with, after looking at many decades of data, what we call the 3+2 growth formula. It says that in your first month with us as a wealth engineer, you put just 3 people on your first point. Just 3 in a month. That's 1 every 10 days in your first month, okay? Think you can do that? Sounds reasonable. Doesn't sound like a full-time job to me. Then, every month thereafter, put just 2 people on your first point. But that's where the persistency comes. See, this is where the real work comes. You've got to put 2 people every single month going forward on your first point. It's only 1 every 2 weeks, but you'll be surprised at how people feel that's an unreasonable burden. We think it's quite reasonable. As you do that and you work with the guys that you've put on your first point, get them to do the same, and we apply maths to it, lapses, cancellations, people not doing 3+2. We believe if you can do that for 6 months, you'll be earning about 2,500 Rand a month with us. Very reasonable. You've put 3 people in your first month and 2 for 5 months. It's really not big numbers, this. We reckon you'll be on 2,500 Rand a month. That's 30,000 Rand a year that you've now increased your household income by. That's what you've done in 6 months with us. Not 100,000 Rand like Facebook promises, because that's not real. This is real that we're making it. If you can push through to a year with us, 1 year with DuePoint, okay? We reckon at 3+2, you'll be earning around 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. As 1 year from now, you've increased your household income by 10,000 Rand a month, 120,000 Rand a year. You can do this. I'm going to show you that you can do this quite reasonably. It all depends on you, not our system. If you can do it for 2 years, 24 months, we reckon you'll be on about 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. That's 360,000 Rand a year that you are now on, having done 2 years of persistent labor in the DuePoint system, using this tool to create this income for you over a period of 24 months. If you can do it for 3 years, we reckon you'd be on about 40,000 to 50,000 Rand a month. That's 600,000 a year. If you can do it for 4 years, we reckon you'd be on about 60,000 to 65,000 Rand a month. 720,000 Rand a year. This is already beyond most of your imaginations. I generally lose people from about year 3. They're like, if I can get 30,000 Rand a month, I'll have my yacht in the Mediterranean. Yeah. I mean, it could completely change. People always 100,000 rand, million rand. We don't need those numbers to change our lives in South Africa. 30,000 rand a month will change it. But if you can persist to 4 years, we reckon you'd be on that 60 to 65,000 rand a month. And if you can do it for 5 years, half a decade's worth of work with us, we reckon you'd be on about 80 to 100,000 rand a month. That's R1 million a year. And you're now in the top 0.5% of earners in the country, and you did it on your own terms, under your own control. Not like at the office where you were the best employee all month long and were completely unrecognized and they paid you the same salary. I don't know if there's any of you in this room who are going to sit on the remuneration committee at the end of this year and go, no, I don't want a 6% increase. I want a 26% increase. Yeah, I don't think there's any of you that are going to be in that position. But with the DuePoint tool, you can work towards it. The more you work, the more you make. The less you work, the less you make. This is just a suggested example, mathematically speaking. You can be more or less than that. And I get different responses as a result. Some people say to me, that's too slow. I'm not waiting 5 years to get to 100,000. I need 100,000 now. I refer them back to Facebook. Because there you can go and get your unrealistic once 100,000 rand done. Here I'm talking about lifetime income, recurring. In your employment, over the last 5 years, have you increased your income by 100,000 rand a month? In the last 25 years that you've worked, have you managed to get to 100,000 rand? No. 5 years is long and extremely short. While you're in it, it feels long. When you look back on it, it's a flash in the pan. It really is. And we reckon that these are quite reasonable numbers. So we want to look at real people, because this is just maths, and we've got lots of real people. When I say lots, we've got hundreds of real people at DuePoint already earning income with us. And I've just picked a handful for you. This month we happen to have a couple of big fish on the screen, so you can take that with a pinch of salt. Go to our YouTube and look at the other people. Some earning a little bit, some earning a medium amount. Go and watch their testimonies of what they're doing during this, using the DuePoint system. So we got our first guy here, Mvumazeka. He joined us on my birthday. That's got to mean something. I mean, so those of you who want to know when to bring me gifts, that's the date right there. Okay. Mvumazeka, he joined us. He's in Gauteng. He's been with us for 6 months. Let's call it 6 months, probably 4 months. He says, nah, I only started working in January. Okay, because I wanted my holiday to complain about my circumstances in December. Then I started working in Jan. Okay, so let's say January, February, March, April. 4 months. 4 months with us, if we can go with what he says. 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. Now, what did I say? 6 months to 2,500 rand. Okay, 60 days. Okay, if we take his full length of time, we say 4 months, but he promises me he didn't work the first 2. 4 months. I said it would take 6 months to get to 2,500, okay? I said it would take 12 months to get to 9 and 10. This is around about 6 months now, okay? This is probably about 18 months. That's where it should be. He's done it in 6 months. 6 months. Now, okay, maybe this is not you. Maybe you don't have the time or skills or talent or personality or whatever to do this. But what about this number? Can you do that? How would that change your circumstances? Just right now, you still got your job because you're not quitting it to do this. This is a tool you take in addition. What would an extra 5,000 rand a month right now do for you? How many problems on your list would you be able to cross off with just an extra 5,000 rand a month? Okay, so 60 days. Maybe it takes you 6 months. Maybe it takes you a year. Would it not be worth it 12 months from now to have that extra 60,000 rand a year coming in? That's all it is, okay? Then we got this chap, Donnie, joined us on the 6th of February last year, been here for 12 months. Okay, 12 months of labor, and he's on 240,000 rand a year. Double my mathematical calculation, which says after a year you should be on about 9 to 10,000 rand a month. He's on 19, 240,000 rand. He's already got some nice XP reward checks as well along the way, but I'm not showing you that. This is what he earns every month. Every month going forward, 20,000 rand extra. Maybe that's not you. Maybe that's you there. Maybe that's the best you can get out of DuePoint. What would an extra 13,000 rand a month do for you if that's the best you ever get out of DuePoint? Hey? 150 grand odd a year extra? That certainly would help, wouldn't it? We don't need the 100,000 rand a month. And we're not promising the 100,000 rand a month. What we're promising is a tool, something to lever ourselves out of the circumstances that we're in that we can't control. What are they going to do to fix the problems? Tax us more. No, time for us to change our circumstances. Patrick and Pumi, 11th of February. Joined 5 days after Donnie, so I don't know what Donnie's excuse is. 12 months. 14 months to April. 14 months. Maximum potential earning in their channel every month, 68,000 Rand. 14 months. I said 9 to 10,000 Rand. They are breaking my mathematics. Okay? Folks, this is a tool. You will decide. You will decide how successful you want to be. You will also tell me, a percentage of you, 90 days from now, no, Brennan, your business does not work. I will refer you back to this slide when you come to tell me my business doesn't work. No, there is no blockages in our system other than you. You will decide how successful you wish to be. Folks, as I said, go to our YouTube site, look at all the different people, watch the testimonies. We're not making it up. Yes, we happen to have a couple of big fish this month on the screen, but go and see all the other folk. The other folk earning the 3, the 4, the 1,000 Rand a month, already changing their lives with the DuePoint system. They're there and available for you to watch. That's the first way you can change your life. The second way you can change your life with the DuePoint system is through our XP Rewards program. This is our training program. We know that many of you have never done this before. And if you're of my pigmentation, the first thing you want to do is get scared. No way's my reputation. My friends will hate me. They'll never want to talk to me. I can't do this. Don't worry. We actually take your hand and we train you through our XP Rewards program, step by step by step by step, how to become an expert wealth engineer here at DuePoint. And along the way, as you complete the steps, we give you what we call XP points, experience points. They're a measure of how mature and experienced you are as a wealth engineer here with us. They are not worth any money, okay, for my Facebookers. You're going to run out here tonight on Facebook, log in every day for 25 Rand. No, that will not help you. The XP points are worthless until you start growing. Where you start growing and you meet the criteria in our XP program of XP points and channel size, we start to reward you with awesome rewards for doing training. Okay? This is not like your office training where they give you a pen and a pad and it's like a rubbish plastic pen and it's dead by the end of the week. This is real deal. We give you cash in the beginning. A little bit, not a lot, a little bit of cash. You can get it in the first few weeks of being with us. It's in addition to the returns that we were just talking about. This is in addition. As you get a little bit more mature and as your channel gets a little bit bigger, we start to get a little bit more serious about the rewards we give you. Then we start to give you tools that we know will accelerate the growth of your channel. At rank 5, we give you an imported lightning memory stick. It's worth about 1,600 Rand now, thanks to our Rand exchange rate. And that memory stick plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa. It's got all of our presentations, downloads, tools, testimonies, fast starter guides. Everything that you need is on that memory stick. So that wherever you are, whether you've got internet or not, you can be talking to people about DuePoint, and that accelerates the growth of your channel. At rank 7, we give you arguably the most powerful tool in the DuePoint system, and that is the business card. Except these are very unique business cards. These are like Willy Wonka golden tickets. If you've never heard of Willy Wonka, go Google him tonight. It's worth it. Okay? These are like those golden tickets. They're imported. They're gold-gilded, gold-leafed, custom-made for you, and it's a set worth 12,500 Rand. You might want to go home and put it in a glass box and never use them. But can I encourage you to use them? Because they are the most powerful tool in this business. When you put a card in someone's hand and they have never seen a business card like this before, they're going to have 2 questions for you. Who is DuePoint and what do you do for them? And your channel will start growing. This is what we do at rank 7. At rank 9, where you are able to maintain your channel size every year going forward, we take you and your family away on a 1-week holiday, 5-star business class, all expenses paid, every single year for the rest of your life. If you don't believe me, which we've had, you're just marketing. I had somebody say to me, Brendan, that you guys all promised that, but it never comes through. Well, we've just taken a whole batch of people away over the Easter weekend on a 5-star business class, all expenses paid to, where their feet didn't touch the ground for 4 days. Like literally, there were these people with like palm branches waving cool air over them for 4 days. Ask them. The pictures are going to be up on our gallery very soon on our website. You can see we do this for real, and we don't spare any expenditure. I know I had to pay for the extras today. I'm a bit grayer afterwards. Folks, every week, every year, for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away for 7 days. Business class, 5-star. Now, I always, everybody's getting excited in the room. Suddenly everyone's listening to me, okay? That's me. Rob and I were talking about it today. People are like, I'm going to do this, Brendan. Book my room. Book it. I'm coming. I never see that person again. Soon as they get down to the work, now they're like, no. This is rank 9. It's not rank 1 or 2 or 3. It's rank 9. You have to get, but it is available for all rank 9s. And any one of you can come with. At the end of this year, this is where we're going. This is actual footage of where we're going at the end of this year. And there are already wealth engineers that are booked to go. Okay? They're ready. Now you just need to find out whether you want to come with or not. Here we go.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand on at the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
Looks horrible, hey? Caravan park, here we come. There's no prizes at DuePoint. No prizes at all. You will win nothing. Again, for the Facebookers, you win nothing at DuePoint. Everything's earned. This is the tool. We put it in your hands. You go for it. Same criteria for everybody. You complete the criteria, you come with us. Every one of you sitting here can still come with us. We've got about 6 months left. We're going to go in December. You can still make it. Any one of you watching us live tonight, you can come with us. But you will have to put your head down, shoulder to the wheel, and put every effort in to get there. You'll need to get the tools. You'll need to get trained. You'll need to get skilled up in order to do it. But every one of you who makes rank 9 is coming away with us at the end of this year to that place, to that hotel. All of you. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool, your own car. It's not given to you for a month or for a year. It's not rented to you. It's not branded. It's your car. And you will use your car to build your future here at DuePoint. Every month, we run what we call Wealth Quests. Wealth Quests are part of our training program. They're designed to equip you with the right tools to grow your channel and to create sustainable, well-structured channels. Every month, the criteria for qualifying is different, and where you qualify, we give you a tool. We give it to you, okay? Some months it's an iPad, as it is this month. Other months, iPhones, smart TVs, data, Wi-Fi routers, cash, all the things you will need to build your channel with us. Where you qualify, you get the reward. Everyone. And some months we'll have 30 people that'll get it. Other months we'll have one person. Everybody who qualifies will get the reward for that month. So this month's triple lightning qualifier, it says that where you're able to find 3 people, put them in as wealth engineers, and get them to find 3 wealth engineers each, and get them all paid by the end of this month, you'll get an iPad. Not a Hong Kong version from the William Nicol Main Road intersection. A proper iPad, not a banana, an apple. And you will peel it out of the plastic yourself. That's what you'll get. Any one of you gone and priced one of these recently? How much does an iPad cost from the iStore these days? You'll get it if you put 3 people in, who get 3 people, and everybody's paid by the 1st of April, including yourself. Can be yours. Every month it's different. You've only got 5 days, 6 days left, so good luck. But those of you who've been working on it all month, make sure you get it done by the end of this month. Don't blame your circumstances when you don't. I don't want to hear you in May going, oh, but my mom got sick again, and so I couldn't get it. No. You are the only blockage in this process. Get out there, get doing it. From the 1st of May, it'll be completely different. The tool will be completely different for you, and you'll have a new set of qualifying criteria to complete. Folks, people often ask us the question, where do we get the money to do all of this? Well, it's actually just a redirection of the flow of funds in the financial services business that we're in. In the traditional space, where most of my team and I spent many, many decades, what we would do is we would market to you in a traditional format. Billboards, radio, TV adverts, SMS campaigns, bathroom campaigns, you name it, we've got ads everywhere. Costs hundreds of millions every month across the industry to do that. What do? How do we cover the cost of that? We build it into the price of your products. Your banking fees, your funeral cover, your car cover, your all of that sort of jazz, 35 to 50% of it is next month's marketing. But you'll notice here at DuePoint, we don't do any marketing. You will never see a TV advert. You'll never hear a radio advert of ours. Not any marketing whatsoever. Because we use you to reach out to others and bring them here to us. That's how we do it. And so, all that money that we would have spent on SABC and DSTV and et cetera, is now available to you and your channel. Last year, the industry spent over R1 billion on marketing alone. R1 billion. It's now released and made available to you. So, folks, there are 3 products that we as DuePoint facilitate the purchase of. Not you. Remember, you're not involved in this process at all. Our first product is our Access Wealth Plan. For R299 a month, we open a tax-free investment account for you, and we take R100 of the $299 and we put it in the investment account for you. It is a no-notice, no-restriction period investment, so it's not an endowment fund. It doesn't have a maturity period. Your money is immediately available to you. So the moment you pay your $299, you can pull your R100 out if you'd like. That's not what we want. We're trying to equip you to be financially free. Means we need to be saving, building assets, investing in the future. This investment account is run by one of the best fund managers, I think, in the world today, but that's my personal opinion. Okay? And you get all of that for $299. In addition, folks, we give you R110,000 worth of personal accident cover, and as part of the package deal, you get to be a wealth engineer. No additional fees. No business fees, no application fees, no startup kit, no nothing. $299 and a wealth and you have our Access Wealth product. Our second product is our Wealth Card product. Our Wealth Card product is R274 a month, and it covers you for 1.1 million rands worth of personal accident cover. 1.1 million rand for R274 a month. And it has no waiting periods, no deferred benefit periods. After your first payment, you're undercover for 1.1 million rand. I've had a couple of people say to me, Brendan, if I take this product, am I undercover immediately? And I go, but you mean if you've paid on it? No, I haven't paid. Like, no, you're not undercover until you've paid. You don't get the Mercedes until you've paid. They don't give it to you and you drive it around and you're like, no thanks, I don't want it anymore. You know, after you have paid, the moment you have paid, you are undercover 1.1 million rands worth of personal accident cover. No medical examinations or declarations, no maximum age limits. Your diabetic grandmother of 97 can take this product. It is a wonderful and innovative product that we've created. Then the third product we have is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. This is our non-financial product. It's not an insurance product. It allows you, as a member for 274 Rand a month, to leverage all the discounts, packages, vouchers, account managers we have as a corporate insurance company in South Africa. When we go to Hirsch's and say, we as Constantia want discounts, they give us much bigger discounts than you as an individual could do. Now, we've been to a whole string of suppliers and got incredible discounts, which means that as a member, you can completely streamline and make your expenditure in your household so much more efficient. Love this product. I think it's absolutely amazing. One of my favorites. Folks, those are the three products we have. And as a product owner, as I said to you, as part of the package deal, you get to be a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, you get the benefit of having the support of the entire executive team and management team here at DuePoint. And any time, you can leverage us, book us Monday to Saturday for meetings with your teams, meetings with you. We will help you goal set, strategize, train you individually in this process for no additional cost. You get to use all of our facilities here, presentation rooms, boardrooms, breakaway rooms, free Wi-Fi and tea and coffee, everything you need from Monday to Saturday. You can use it to build your channels, to grow your teams, to train yourself into an expert wealth engineer at no cost. You get all of our state-of-the-art technology, and it is state-of-the-art, 21st century tech that we have in this building. You get to use anywhere around the country. In fact, you could use it anywhere around the world. And you don't pay any extra for that. And then, folks, you have nationwide footprint. We live stream all of our presentations every single day out of this building across the nation. Anyone, anywhere, you can show the DuePoint system by simply putting them down in front of a screen attached to the internet, and we're in their living rooms doing the work for you. Now, like I said to you at the beginning, all your task is simply to bring people to DuePoint. How do you do that? There's 4 ways to do it, one of which is come to a presentation like this. Nice and easy. Bring them here if you can. But if you're not here, if you're anywhere else in the country, you can live stream all of our presentations. You can get one of our USB sticks, 150 Rand afterwards. Got all of our presentations on and a bunch of other tools. Means anywhere, anytime, plug it into a TV or computer, and you can be showing people the DuePoint presentation. Then, of course, you can use our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel's got hundreds of videos on it. You can pick your favorite ones, where I tell the best jokes or dance the best moves. You can pick those ones as your favorite and show 24/7 the DuePoint presentation. You never need to be trained as a presenter. You never have to do the presentation. You never have to sell anything at DuePoint. You have one task, bringing people to DuePoint, and you can do it through those 4 methodologies. So, folks, that's DuePoint, A to Z. You survived 40 minutes. Well done. Tonight, we've spoken about changing circumstances. That's what we've spoken about. No more moaning. We can't moan. We're all in this boat. It's all sinking. We're all sinking together. You know, the rats left a long time ago. Now it's just holes where they left through, and we're sinking together. We need to change that. And we have to change that. Nobody else is going to change it for us. They aren't. I get so frustrated with people who want to talk to me about, I don't really want to do this. What other options have we got right now? You're in your dead-end job. I can say that comfortably. We all have dead-end jobs in South Africa. You don't get to build a fantastic career in South Africa. You really don't. You just don't. It doesn't matter what your qualification is. What are our other options? Right now we're saying no cost. No cost to be a wealth engineer. Simply get a product, get this tool, get out there, and start changing your circumstances. That's what it's about here tonight. Folks, if you become a wealth engineer, just simply go onto our website, click the apply button, fill out the application form. You can do it on your smartphones or tablets using our free Wi-Fi here or our iPads outside. 5 minutes, you're a wealth engineer. We send you a W number. That's the birth of your channel. It can be completely valueless, or it can be worth a fortune. You'll decide that, not me, as you do it. Then I want you to sit with the person who brought you, your lead wealth engineer. Sit with him and tell them what's your goal. Don't tell them 100,000 Rand. That'll come later. Tell them 5 grand, 7 grand, 10 grand. That's what I need to start breathing again. And then work out a plan with the DuePoint system to get there. You don't do those 2 things, I promise you will not earn. You will not earn. I heard some people say, well, try it out for a bit, and if you get people to join, then take, then you get and join. Won't work. Won't work. You're not committed. Tonight you have to make a decision to commit. Commit to the task of changing your future. Commit to it. Because if you don't, nothing will change. Commit to the task, and you'll get there. Folks, we've got a lot of tools that can help you. The rewards program gives you some. But you can start with the tools right now. Powerful tools. A USB stick, you want it. It's got our presentations on it. Business cards, single most powerful tool in this business. Go order them. Order them. All of this you can get from reception. If you're watching online, send an email to info@DuePoint.net and we can get these to you. We've got pens. We've got power blocks. Man, we've got people on these funny Hong Kong power packs. And Brendan, I don't have charge in my phone. Please charge. We don't charge. We don't nothing. Just get a power block. It's got DuePoint written on it. It means when you're sitting across the table for someone goes, oh, I see you charging your phone on that. Who's DuePoint? And bang, you've got conversation and you've got people joining you in your channels. iPad covers, notebooks, all the tools you need. Get them this evening before you go. Get equipped and start changing your life. If you want to be a wealth engineer this evening, if you become a wealth engineer, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It doesn't cost you to subscribe to YouTube. It'll let you know the moment we go live every day, and it'll let you know the moment we upload videos. Subscribe to it. Get on board with the tools, and then download our free app and put it on your phone or on your tablet this evening. If you do that, you are plugged into your channel 24/7. We have live feeds, dashboards, personal documentation, training, everything on that app, and you can plug it in and be online tonight as a wealth engineer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your 40 minutes. I think you can see we're quite serious about what we've done here. Take a look around you. This didn't cost a few rand. We ain't going anywhere because we've got to get our money back. Okay? This is very serious business, what we're doing here. We have serious problems in South Africa, and we want to seriously be part of the solution. And we want you to be with us as we do this. If you have any questions or concerns, come and ask me or your lead wealth engineer before you leave tonight. Don't leave with an unanswered question. There aren't any. Come and get the answers, and then let's start changing our future. Let's do that. Thanks, guys. I'll see you all outside, and thanks for watching us live, guys.